It's Unicorn. So, I don't feel right about moving in with a roommate and going to Tampa. I feel there's more ulterior motives for it. And that it's not gonna set right with me, and I'm just gonna feel like I made a mistake. But that's how I end up doing things anyway. I feel like it's gonna be a good idea, then I get to the point to where it doesn't feel like it's gonna be a good idea. It's like I flip flop so much, and it's so frustrating. I did watched a card reading for Leo, which is Griffin's zodiac, and it just kind of went with mine so much that it's like apparently me and Griffin are twin flames. I don't know. Apparently, my card said that to have patience and it's worth the wait, and definitely a yes and stuff like that, but I don't know. I mean, to the point where I don't know if it's like because I'm bipolar, I feel one way at certain days and then I feel another way on certain days, and then it's like I think I have myself figured out, but yet to a point I don't have myself figured out. And I want to have myself figured out because then I can I guess make decisions better, and I guess that's one of the hardest parts about being bipolar or borderline personality disorder or whatever it is. Soaring through the stars, delivering the rainbows all around the world. Space unicorn, shining in the night, smiles and hugs forever all around the. Okay, sorry about that. I do journal entries about a lot of it so that I can, try to figure myself out and try to figure everything else out with my life instead of it just constantly racing and back and forth in my head, in and out, what do I do, this, that, and another. It's just, I wish I could figure out how to make decisions in the right way possible for me, and I know I'm supposed to, think about the decision and see how I feel about the decision, but it's like my emotions half the time are all over the place, and I know I'm supposed to just go with the current and let the current take me, flow with the wind, but it's like I can't even relax my mind enough to even do it. It's like one of those sayings, better easier said than done. I mean, last night I had a dream about I had to borrow a shirt because I was staying the night at these people's house, and I chose this one shirt because it had a lion on it and made me think of Griffin. And I decided to wear it. And so that made me think, oh, maybe because I had this, this horoscope text message thing through Facebook, and it said to pay attention to my dreams, they're going to give me a message. So I thought, okay, well, maybe that's that. And then I end up trying to help Griffin be able to see his card readings for Leo because they didn't have closed captions, so I had to figure out how to get closed captions on it for him and then send it to him so that he knows what's going on with it. And watching it myself, it had a unicorn at the end of it, like the lion and the unicorn, and I don't know. And I guess that's what made me want to be all like, oh yeah, okay, maybe me and Griffin are twin flames, and it said that I had to initiate it and everything like that, so I did. And he said that basically we should just stay friends for a while. I kind of enclosed in myself and basically said that, well, I need a few days to myself. And there's another Leo, Sparrow. Sparrow, he's like, he has the gift of like gap. Like he knows exactly what to say to be able to switch your emotions, but he just does not know how to listen. Neither does really Griffin doesn't really listen to me either, because it's like I could say one thing and then he'll completely go in a whole nother way with something, and I'm like, no, that's not what I was saying. It's not even the words I was saying. It's not even the words I was using. And it's hard because I halfway even hardly even know sign language. And it's just the communication barrier is just so difficult, and I just get so frustrated with it, and I'm learning from him on top of that. And then like I went to try to learn from YouTube, and he's like, "Oh no, that's not right," and then being to change it up on me. Well, I remember it this way now, and then it's like I have to remember it another way, and it's just all so confusing and it's frustrating. It's like, do I even want to deal? Do I even want to keep going with this? Because it's like it's almost like I adore him for the person he is, because he always has my back. He's always there for me, always there to help me with something if I really need help. And it's like I don't want him out of my life simply because of all the things he's done for me and how much I care for him over all the things he's done for me. He's made me actually love myself when someone else has constantly just demolished my confidence in myself, and I'm trying to even just have confidence in myself, and I'm having even a hard time having confidence in myself, much less even tapping into my intuition on what the hell to do. I just wish a lot of things were just a little bit easier. I would really love a job to where I wouldn't have to worry about a lot of this, just so many obstacles. I'm trying to just go around and go over it and have the current just take me to the right job that's supposed to be for me and stuff like that. Because I was working for Waffle House and it was just so mentally draining. I was just going through breakdowns, and I first started going through breakdowns when I was working for Kangaroo. I couldn't even get out of fetal position unless a customer came in, and then that's how when I was able to get out of fetal position, but I still was having tears run down my face in front of customers. And it's like no one understands how much mental torment this pushed me through. And then I go and try to get counseling and stuff like that, and then I just don't feel like they're really connecting with me, much less really even helping me get through all this crap I guess I need to get through. I'm sitting here trying to dig deep down inside of myself and get through it myself. A lot of the reasons why I constantly, I guess I see circles in my around my eyes, and I'm so analytical that I just analyze every little thing, like, because I want to make the right decision for myself. I want to be happy. I want the best for myself, and it's so hard to figure out how to make the right decision to better myself. When in my whole life, I've done nothing but try to do everything to make sure I don't get to this point in my life, especially out of high school. I went to a career college just to keep all this from happening, and it all happened anyway. And I know everything happens for a reason, but I don't understand how do I get out of this? And I know you have to create yourself to get out of this and everything else, all this bullcrap everyone always says. But it's so much easier, I guess, to just say it and say that this is what you have to do than to figure out what's the little baby steps to be able to get through it and how to get there. And I'm afraid sometimes to even confine through YouTube, like, I don't want it to backfire on me, but at the same time, I know there's probably plenty of people that's going through mental disorders that have this problem, and I've met few of them on the streets. And they get into certain things because it numbs it all, because they don't know how to get themselves out of it. And if we could just mentally train these things and these thoughts and these ways to just up a path to be able to overcome these mental illnesses that they call it. I'm trying so hard to look at it as if that it's a gift, and somehow that it's meant for me to have this. And I constantly get back to the point to where I just feel completely alone in it. And I know there's a lot of people out there that go through it. I just wish there were actually better counselors out there, because I don't have any money for a good counselor. I'm bipolar. I have a hard time keeping a job. Or even sticking with a job. Unless I'm doing something I'm really passionate in. And even then, it's like hell trying to get to be able to support yourself doing something you're passionate in. Like, I'm sorry. I really am, but this is real life. And this is real life before I actually end up getting myself out of it. Figuring out or the universe giving me some kind of idea that gets me out of it, or some kind of like miracle that's granted to me that's like, yeah. And I'm almost 27 and still waiting, because I did career college in 2010. Yeah, I should have been making $15-20 an hour in the last 5, 6, 7 years, and have nothing. I haven't had anything for really quite some time. I've had little jobs here and there. $8 an hour, everyone knows you can't live on that yourself unless you have a roommate, and even then, being bipolar, you have a hard time living with other people, much less your parents. And then that's all you're left with is your parents. And then if you can't even work with your parents, you're left with the streets. Or relying on someone. Like me, I've relied on men. I've been codependent for years now. Because I for some reason, just can't figure this out. But yet I'm so smart and analytical, and I can figure some things out. I am so creative, and yet I can't get through this. I am getting through it baby steps at a time, the best that I can, but like, why is it taking so long? But, well, that's my update. Best of wishes to y'all. And I'm gonna get through it. I know I am. But I know there's a lot of people out there that go through a lot of what I'm going through right now. So as much as it really kind of scares me to make this video, I made it in hopes to inspire those that go through this. Stay strong, and you feel these feelings, go ahead and cry. Let it out, get through those feelings, because when you hold them down and try to lock them away, it gets worse. and it comes out worse. And it tears down your personality. So, this is a lot of the reason why I really kind of want to target a lot of the mental illness people. Why I went for shamanism and spiritual shamanism, because a lot of the spiritual path is what teaches you how to get through these things. To not go to things that just eliminates it or subdue it or whatever, like the pills they just feed us. Because they don't want to take the time to help us dig deep down inside and get through whatever crap we need to get through to be able to see the other end, to be able to see the light of the tunnel. I wish y'all the best. Unicorn out.